Hola, mis fenomenales e inteligentes estudiantes de Español 3. Bienvenidos a la clase de español con Señora Gittings. All right, I'm going to explain this in English since I wrote it in English, so it'll be very clear and parents can understand it as well. Hope you guys are doing well, hanging in there. We got a little bit more learning to do. We've abbreviated what you're required to do for the third quarter. We have cut out one of the chapters, one of the unit lessons. So we'll only be covering Unit 5, Lesson 2, and Unit 6, Lesson 1. You normally go through Unit 6, Lesson 2, but that last unit, that last lesson, we'll just pick up next year and cover it. All the teachers in the department are doing the same thing, so you don't need to stress about not being prepared for next year. We will get you caught up. All right, so in this first section, students will complete the required textbook activities each week, including taking Cornell notes. This is going to look very familiar to you. Things from the textbook, workbook activities, Cornell notes, vocab lists, things like that. In addition, students will choose at least 3 formative options to practice each week. I'll show you that down below here. I would recommend one of the 3 to be the Did You Get It workbook activities and or ClassZone.com videos, whatever's offered for the week. Click on the underlined titles below to access the link to notes presented by me in class, like in class. I made a bunch of YouTube videos and linked them. Other links underlined are provided too, like to Duolingo and places. At the end of the week, students will check that they have the required notes and 3 assignments that they put in a portfolio. And by portfolio, I just mean a simple folder or put them all together into your Spanish binder that you already have. Students will submit their formative portfolio by May 26th, digitally or on paper with the title clearly identifying what it is. You can turn that into me through Google Classroom, which I have just set up. Hopefully it's functioning. I haven't used it before, so you guys could probably help me with that. And then if you prefer, you can turn in your folder with your paper assignments, written assignments, so a paper portfolio, to the front office at the main office, I should have said, at Vaca High. 4th quarter portfolio should contain 15 formative assignments plus 4 written notes and 2 vocabulary lists for a total of 20 assignments. I'm going to be assessing portfolios for completion, effort, and quality of work. Students should do their best to learn during this unique time. Spanish will serve each of us well in the future. Students can be assured that they will not regret the time spent doing online learning in this class. As far as the final goes, for the final assessment, the summative assessment or the final exam, students will complete an individual final project. Detailed instructions for this project will be shared by May 1st. If you want to talk with me, you can email me through School Loop or text me at my cell phone. There's my phone number there. And then I'm also going to be doing Zoom office hours from 1 to 2:30, Monday through Thursday. You can have a face-to-face, kind of like coming to see me at lunch or something like that. So there'll be maybe some other kids in there at the same time you are. And we can, learn the notes again or whatever it is that you need. And you don't have to attend Zoom office hours. So it's not required to do the face-to-face classroom in order to get an A for the quarter. So there's the textbook online. If for some reason you don't have your textbook, right here, the my.hw.com, if you hover over that, and it'll take you to the website there. So you type in Fulanito and then Vaca High with capital V, capital H, and it'll take you in. All right. And then you could also hover over in the textbook once you're in the my.hw.com website. Any words in blue that you click on, it will say the word for you, pronounce it. Any of the little headphone symbols, if you click on those, it'll read through the activity in Spanish for you. So great way to practice your audio listening, especially if you are wanting to be in the healthcare profession, education, a lot of professions. You really want to be having lots of exposure to Spanish. All right, so here is the calendar. Week 1, we've got So it just goes across. So April 20th to 24th, this is the work right here for the week. Unit 5, Lesson 2. It's new stuff. You're going to start by looking at the vocabulary, reading through it on page 298, 299, and then write your vocabulary list 2 times 1 time on page 319, the dictionary page. I have not added in a pronunciation video yet. I got to add that too. So I'll do that today. And then here are your choices over here. The bold one, I want you to do the textbook activities, page 300, and number 1, 2, and 3. And then you can choose the others so that you have a total of at least 3 for the week. So you can choose to do a workbook and write 20 sentences, or you can choose to draw and label all of your vocab. That was kind of tricky. Some of the things are hard to draw. You could do that and do Quizlet or something like that. For Duolingo and Quizlet, you need to print evidence of the time spent on that. You can also have your parents sign off on a paper that you put into your portfolio for evidence, date and time, and what it was that you did. So Duolingo, 35 minutes on April 22nd, and have your dad sign it. All right, for each week, you should have the 3 at least assignments and the little red circle Cornell notes for this week would be your vocab list, should be in your portfolio. You do not need to turn this into me every week. You're going to collect it in your portfolio, 3 assignments plus the Cornell notes each week. And at the end, on May 26th, you're going to turn that into me. You can either turn it in as a slideshow on Google Classroom, or you can photograph the pages and text them to me, or you can turn in the paper copy by driving to VACA High's main office and putting it in their Dropbox, and they will scan it and send it to me. All right, so that's the first week. Here's the next week of the quarter. We've got April 27th through May 1st. Here you're going to be doing 2 sets of notes, the conditional verb tense, condicional, and how to do reported speech. So both of those, reported speech is really easy. Conditional is actually really easy too. So this is great that we're having that where you're not in the classroom with me. It's going to be okay because it's not as hard as the subjunctive or something. So you can click on those and it'll take you to the YouTube videos that I did. Here is el condicional. All right, we're going to be doing notes on the conditional tense. This is for Español 3, capítulo, actually, unidad 5, lección 2, el condicional. So this is, all right, so that is available. You're going to copy those down just like normal. You can click pause on me if you want, so if I'm going too fast. And then I also put in there Senor Jordan teaching the conditional also. Since I'm not there to answer questions easily, you might want to hear somebody else teach it. So here's a little taste of what that is. But first, a commercial.
To fly a rocket ship, you need to be an optimist. No astronaut.
That looks cool. Okay.
Hola,
so
en
this
esta
guy.
lección vamos a hablar de los verbos en el tiempo condicional.
All right, so just a different guy doing notes on the same thing. For that second week there, we're also doing reported speech, and then same thing, you can hover over that, you can hover over that, click on it, and it'll take you to YouTube video teaching. The required formative portfolio options, you've got to choose at least 3, including the textbook activities in bold, that's 1, and then you can choose the other ones. If you choose to watch Senor Jordan's videos, you can take written notes on them and turn that in as an assignment as well. It doesn't count as Cornell notes, it counts as an actual portfolio formative option. For number 4, there's those and these. You can hover over these also. It'll take you to the assignments in Class Zone in a minute or less. All right, so there it is. So it's kind of similar to workbook pages, but they're called the Did You Get It pages. It'll teach it to you again, and then these are the assignments. So this page and this page. You can either print them out, page 16 and 17 there, or you can write them out like in Class A book activities if you want. Just make sure that you well label it. Did you get it for Unit 5, Lesson 2, and that you're putting the page numbers. This is page 16 and 17, so that I know what it is when I look through your portfolio. All right, let's go back to this. One of the choices is to create a YouTube video lesson, a song, or a rap that teaches one of the grammar points from the week. So right down here, this is fun. In your portfolio, you would include a paper that has the link to your video. If you're doing, sending me a slideshow of your portfolio in Google Classroom, then you could actually put the link and embed the link there, or include it right in Google Classroom. All right, and that would be fun. I would enjoy that. So some of you, I hope you do that one. And then, so again, and compile your at least 3 formative portfolio options from this section. Your 2 notes go into your portfolio for the week, into your folder. And then May 1st, Friday, I'll be introducing what the final exam is going to be. The final exam will be a project instead of a big test, and it'll be something that you turn in to me by June 2nd. So you're going to have a whole month to see this and work on this and stuff like that, and it's totally doable. So don't stress about that. But also, please do not save up this entire sheet of a quarter's worth of work to do the last week of May. All right? That would not be inteligente. Ustedes son inteligentes. All right. May 4th through 8th, the next week, there are no Cornell notes, so nothing new that week. We're still reviewing Unit 5, Lesson 2. Your choices for formative assignments, choose 3, would be your ClassZone.com work, your ClassZone.com self-check quiz, and animated grammar, and then there's a game. Oh, I should put and game or / game or something. There's a textbook activity you could choose to do. You could do Duolingo for 30 minutes, or you could begin work on your final exam project. Your evidence for that you would put into your portfolio for the week would be your rough draft. It needs to be looking like at least 30 minutes of work, so a rough draft that looks sort of developed, not 4 lines or something. All right, the next week we start on Unit 6, Lesson 1, and the format will be kind of what we're used to seeing in class. You're going to start off with the new vocabulary on page 329, dictionary page, 2 times 1 time, and write it in Spanish and English, and then your choices here to do. Kind of like before, save them up for the week into your folder, and then the 18th to 21st, we've got teaching about the participles as adjectives, and el presente perfecto, another verb tense. My favorite verb tense, actually, el presente perfecto. I use it all the time. It makes you sound really advanced when you use that verb tense, and it's not really that hard. And there's a song that goes with this. So click on that video, you can hear me singing. We can sing together. Maybe we'll have a Zoom class just so we can sing that song together. Here are your choices here. Again, if you watch Senor Jordan's videos, the way that you put evidence into your portfolio is you take notes off of that and then put that in. And then another option down here is to create a colorful poster about what you have done. That's using the presente perfecto. What you have done during the shelter-in-place time. Use 10 plus verbs in the presente perfecto, present perfect verb tense from our notes. All right, the last week before finals, the 25th through the 29th of May, that week is blocked out for work on your final project, so no additional assignments there. You might want to use the Zoom office hours from 1 to 2:30 Monday through Thursday. If you hadn't yet, that might be a good time to do that, to check and make sure that you're on track, since this is your final exam. In lieu of that, we're doing the final project. And so I'm also going to be checking texts and emails during this window daily as well. Finals week, the 1st through the 4th. June 1st is my birthday. June 2nd will be when you turn in your final project. And then the 3rd and the 4th, a little bit of wiggle room there if for some reason something happened and your final project didn't upload to the internet, or you had to move to a different house because something was changing in your family or whatever. It just gives a little bit of time before I have to turn in grades for you to work that out with me and stuff. Don't be afraid to call me on my cell, ask me questions. I'm here at my house like almost all the time. I would love to hear from you. If you want to just call and talk, like this is kind of a hard time, so feel free to just call and talk to me like I'm your Aunt Jana or something, your mom. Especially if you're home by yourself, this could be kind of a emotionally stressful time for sure. All right, I love you guys, and we'll do a good job this semester. As you can see, when you look at a whole quarter, it looks like a whole lot of work, but if you think about it, it's 3 assignments a week plus notes. So that's less than we normally do. So that's hopefully makes you happy. Be nice if we didn't have to do anything, but as you'll find as you're doing these assignments, having some sense of normalcy and returning back to just writing out your vocabulary and learning is actually brings a lot of peace to your mind. So all right, take care. Adios.